Good morning, students. So today we are going to start a new chapter of conics. In conics, we'll see the first diagram called ellipse, how to draw an ellipse by different methods. Let us see the first question. So you can see here, draw an ellipse by auxiliary or concentric circle method given the major and minor axis as 80 mm and 50 mm respectively. So the question says that you have to draw an ellipse by which method? Auxiliary method or concentric circles method. And what is given is your major axis as 80 mm and minor axis as 50 mm. Let us see the steps. So let us say the major axis as AB, AB as 80 mm. AB is your major axis. So this is the line AB. You have to draw horizontally and the length of this AB will be 80 mm. Similarly, draw the minor axis which is your CD. Minor axis will be perpendicular to the major axis and it will be vertical. It will be vertical. The length of the minor axis given in the question is 50 mm. So draw CD as 50 mm. Both major axis and minor axis will cut each other at the midpoint and at right angles at the point O. So first step is for you is to draw the major axis of 80 mm, minor axis as 50 mm, and both will cut each other into equal halves and perpendicular to each other, and it will intersect at the point O. After that, after you got this center point O, what you have to do, you have to draw two circles with radii half the major and minor axis. That is, if AB is the major axis, what is half of AB? Half of AB will be OA. So with OA as radius and center as 0, you draw this outer circle. Okay. Then you come to the minor axis. The minor axis is the vertical one and the length is 50 mm. What is half of CD? It will be CO or OC. And if CD is 50 mm, half of CD, that is OC, OC will be 25 mm. So with OC as radius is equal to 25 mm, draw one inner circle with radius 25 mm and center at O. In this manner, we have seen that we have drawn two circles with the same center, and that is why we can say it is a concentric circle method. After this, let us see the next step. Divide the major circle, that is the outer circle, into 12 equal parts. We know that a circle, the total angle in a circle is 360 degree. And if I want to divide 360 degree into 12 parts, I have to simply divide by 12, and by dividing by 12, I will get each angle as 30 degree. And I have to divide the entire circle into 12 equal parts, and each part will be of 30 degree, and I will mark the number as 1 to 11 in this manner. See, you see this OA as the reference line, and if I want to draw each angle as 30 degree, this entire angle will be 360 degree, right? So if I have to divide in 12 equal parts, so this 12 will be 30 degree, this one will be again 30 degree, this one will be again 30 degree, this one 30 degree, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, and 30. So in this way, I have to divide the entire circle into 12 equal parts, which each sector having an angle of 30 degree. Now, let us see the first sector. So from O, I have drawn a line with an angle of 30 degree, and it cuts the outer circle at this point 1. Similarly, the second line I have drawn, and again one more 30 degree, that is totally it has become 60 degree. So it will cut at point 2. The third line, it will come at 3. Fourth line, it will cut at 4. Fifth line, it will cut at 5. Similarly, you get all these points 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, and O is the point which is already there. In this way, I divided the outer circle into 12 equal parts. Now we have seen that while dividing this, while getting these 12 parts, this line we can see that it has also touched the inner circle. At inner circle also the lines are touching, and the points where the inner circle is touching this line, let us give some name to it. For example, when the line is touching at the inner circle, the first will be 1 dash, second 2 dash, third will be the same as C, fourth will be 4 dash, 5 dash, then here I have not given, you can give here 6 dash, and 7 dash, 8 dash, and 9 dash I have not given because D is already there, and 10 dash, 11 dash, and here you can give 12 dash if you want. So in this way I got all these points 1 to 11 and 1 dash to 11 dash. Now let us see the next step. So after you get all these points 1 to 11 and 1 dash to 11 dash, what you do, you come to the first point. From 1, draw a line parallel to minor axis. What is minor axis? CD is the minor axis. If I want to draw a line parallel to minor axis, that means I have to draw one vertical line. From where? From the point 1. Similarly, in this manner I will get 1 P1. Then again I have to draw one more line from 1 dash, this time parallel to the major axis. This is the major axis, and if I have to draw a line parallel to major axis, I have to draw horizontally. Now you see that this vertical and horizontal line will intersect at one point. Let us say that point as P1. So I get here P1. Similarly, come to point 2. Draw one vertical line like this. Draw one horizontal line like this. It will cut somewhere. Name it as P2. Okay. Similarly, in the same manner, come to 4. Draw one vertical. Come to 4 dash. Draw one horizontal. Come to 5. Draw one vertical. Come to 5 dash. Draw one horizontal. Come to 7. Draw one vertical. Come to 7 dash. Draw one horizontal. Come to 8. Draw one vertical. Come to 8 dash. Draw one horizontal. Come to 10. Draw one vertical. 10 dash horizontal. Come to 11 horizontal. Come to 11 dash. Draw one vertical. So we have to mark all these intersecting points here, 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 here. Oh, sorry, here and here. Okay, and the remaining points, A will be same, C will be same, D will be same, and D will be same. So after that, you simply join all these points like this. You're confused? Let us see the next page, then you will not be confused. Just you see, from 1 I have dropped one vertical, 1 dash I have drawn a horizontal. So you see the next point. From 2 I have drawn one vertical, 2 dash 1 horizontal, I get P2. C will be same, don't change C. From 4 drop one vertical, from 4 dash horizontal. From 5 drop one vertical, from 5 dash draw one horizontal, I get P5. B keeps same as it is. From 7 drop one vertical upwards this time, and from 7 dash draw one horizontal. It will meet at one point, name as P7. From 8 drop one, erect one vertical. From 8 dash erect one, draw one horizontal. It will meet at P8. D you keep same as it is. From 10 you drop one vertical. From 10 dash one horizontal. It will meet at P10. From 11 drop one vertical. 11 dash one horizontal, it will meet at P11. Keep A same as it is. Now you mark, you see I have the points where I where the horizontal and vertical points are meeting. I have given one red dot, okay, and I have given one name. For example, it's P1, P2, this C as P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, P11, and P12. Okay. After the next step will be simply to join all these points like this. So see all the round color dots I have simply joined to the next step. And this is a final diagram. This red color is a final ellipse. And since in the chart paper you should not use any other color, so it should look something like this. And remember, this red color dot should not be so large. It should be just that it is somehow it is understandable that there is a dot, but it should not be a very large dot. Okay. So you see here A, P1, P2, C, P4, P5, B, P7, P8, D, P10, P11, and A. I have joined all the points, and finally this is your final ellipse. This dark color curve is your ellipse. And remember to draw this one in HB pencil because it should be dark. The other lines are all construction lines, and you should remember that construction lines should always be drawn with 2H pencil, and the actual diagram should be drawn with the help of which pencil? HB pencil. So in this manner you have to draw the ellipse by concentric circle method or auxiliary method. So this is your final diagram and how it should look like. Let us see one more method how to draw an ellipse. By oblong method. Draw an ellipse by oblong method given the major axis is 80 and minor axis is 50 mm respectively. Similarly here also, how you do, what you do, you start with drawing the major axis AB as 80, minor axis is 50, it will cut at one common point, intersecting point as O or 0. Then what you do, the next step is to draw one rectangle. You simply draw one rectangle. How you will draw? You just parallel to CD, draw one line here and draw one line here. Next step, parallel to AB, simply join this rectangle. Complete this rectangle. Okay, and give M and RS. It should look like this. It will look like this. When you complete this rectangle, you will get these points M and RS. Next point is that we know that AB is 80 mm. So definitely AO will be half. And what is half of AB? Half of AB will be AO and AO will be 40. Similarly, CD is 50. So CO will be 25. If CO is 25, that means AM will also be 25. Now, let us come to only this part. Let us come to only this part of the rectangle. We'll just analyze this part. So, in this part, what we are doing, you take this portion AO. This length is how much? 40 mm. Now, this length is AM. How much? 25 mm. Now, I will divide AO and AM into equal number of parts. For example, I will divide into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. I will divide into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Equal parts. And AM also into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. How to divide? You see here. If AO is 40, if I want to divide this AO into 40, simply divide the length by 4. What is AO? 40 by 4 is 10 mm. So each length will be 10. So here 10, 10, 10 and 10. It is 40. Similarly, AM is 25. 25 divided by 4 is 6.25. So 6.25 plus 6.25 plus 6.25 plus 6.25. Okay. So finally, I am getting the points as 1, 2, 3, and here I am getting 1 dash, 2 dash, and 3 dash. In this way, I plot the points 1, 2, 3 and 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash. Let us come to the next step. The next step, what I have to do, from C, I have to join this line AM from C. So from C, drop one line up till 1 dash, join it. From C again, draw one straight line up till 2 dash. From C again, draw one line up till 3 dash. So in this manner, you get this red color lines from C. Then the next step, after drawing this red color lines, you come to D. From D, drop lines and it will cut at 1. From D, if you draw one straight line, it will cut at 1, and if you extend it, it will cut the first line at P1. Okay, 1 and P1. Don't extend beyond P1. Don't extend beyond this point. Okay. Now come to D again. It will cut this AO at 2, and it should not go beyond this second line. So mark it as P2. Come to D again. It will cut AO at 3, and it should not go beyond the third line, that is P3. In this way, I got P1, P2, and P3. The next step is what? The next step is simply to join these points. That means what I'm joining the points A, P1, P2, P3, and C. Let us see the next step. I'm joining A, P1, P2, P3, and C in this manner. Similarly, you can draw for the other 3 quadrants also. But I will make your work easier. What I will do, I will simply drop one vertical from here. Up till where? I will drop one P2 vertically. Up till where? I don't know. From P3, I will drop one vertical where? I don't know. Yes, I know. Because P1 will cut AO at certain point. Say it is K. So from here, whatever P1 to up till here, same from here up till, that means this length and this length will be same. Similarly, this length and this length will be same. This length and this length will be same. Let us see the next step, how it is done. Sorry. So we have drawn up till this. Yeah, it should look like this. Then finally, to obtain the other points, draw the vertical lines and horizontal lines from P1, P2, P3. But whatever you draw, it should divide them in equal lines on the both the sides. For example, see, if I drop one vertical here from P1, it is cutting at K. So P1K, it should be equal to K P11. Similarly, P211 should be equal in length. That means P2L, whatever length is there, you have to draw equal length on this side. Similarly, from P3, whatever length is there up till this line, this point, it should be same on this side of the axis. Okay. So similarly, you will get these points P1, P11, P12, and this point also you will get. And carry on with the other quadrants also. In other quadrants, how it will look like? You see what I have done. After you get this point, and this point, what I have done, you draw one line up till here, and the same length you draw here also. You will get this point. So draw one horizontal line up till here, and from here equal length. You will get this point. Draw one horizontal line up till here, and from here again the same length. You will get this point. Okay. So similarly, from here one line up till here, and from here same length. From P2, one horizontal line up till here, and from here again same length. From here one line, and again start from here of the same length. So in this way, you drop all these lines you drop here, and intersecting points you mark here, intersecting points like this, and finally you join all these intersecting points, and it will look like this finally, and your final figure is over. So here we stop ellipse. We'll continue with parabola in next class. Thank you.